They don't give a fuck who you are, and they ready to compete. They ready to talk shit. It don't even matter. I don't know. It's just something about them New York Knicks fans, man.
They are
And I
like
didn't see it until this year. I never really paid attention to it too much, I guess. 'Cause they've been irrelevant for the last, what, 10-ish years? Was it 2011? They had Melo, Ari
hmm
Stoudemire, that team, J.R. Smith, and all that shit.
man, Stoudemire, old ass.
Bro, what the
Yeah.
fuck is he up to?
Man. He coached them, though. I know he was on that Brooklyn Nets coaching staff, if I remember correctly, when Steve Nash was coach.
You remember I used to joke and say that Iguodala was on his Stoudemire.
You wild as
Golly.
hell. Yeah, but nah, I want to know, what are y'all thinking of the playoffs so far since, I guess, the last time we talked, at least for you, Derek. But go
I
ahead.
mean, let me just. I mean, you see the fit already. I'm having a great time. I mean, it's
I
been
know
a
you having a
pretty.
good time.
All right, off rip before we even get into the Thunder stuff. Like, I've been having this argument with my brother for years about Austin Reeves, and boy, oh my, was I proven right. He's not that guy. He's not good enough. He's not the third option on a championship team. And LeBron, great career, buddy. Time to pack it up. 40 years old. People love to come out and be like, oh, they got two superstars. Brother, he's old enough to have created his own teammate. They were never gonna get a ring. Let's be real. So I feel very validated in that. The Celtics, ho ass. Thank God they got booted from the playoffs. Saved the league. Thank you, New York. Fucking chucking up 63s a game.
Okay,
And,
hold on.
and we got them up out of
Hold on.
there.
Why do you
What?
say? Okay, what's wrong with the Celtics? Like, what's the hate with that?
Look, I was born in Massachusetts. They're my second favorite team, but their style of play,
I love it.
atrocious,
Chucking up
horrendous.
threes and you missing is crazy, dog. Like,
I mean, if we're talking about playoffs, yes, I agree. But if we're talking about regular season, I think they look pretty solid all season, in my
so
opinion.
did the Cavs, but look what happened to them. Regular
I mean,
season.
yeah. I get that. I'm just saying, but we're not gonna say,
They were fraudulent. They were frauds.
Yeah, and a lot
But
of
yeah.
people had the Cavs, and some, believe it or not, had the Clippers going to the finals. I was really shocked by that Clippers one. The Cavs.
yeah, Clippers, yeah,
Clippers?
that was insane,
Like, yeah, that's
Get
what I'm
real.
saying.
super
Yeah.
insane.
The Chargers of the NBA.
But I mean, honestly, bro, I think the biggest team that I was most shocked about was the Cavs, because I was like, damn, are they like this? Could be a team, that can do it without this whole LeBron there, and I mean, but we've seen the Cavs since for like what 2 years. They've been looking pretty stacked as a team. So it's just I think they got to find a rhythm to really make the playoffs and make it like not make the playoffs, but they got to find a way to like really execute in the playoffs. Is what I'm getting at.
Oh, the Cavs?
Just stay healthy. That's the problem.
I saw
They
that
always
shit
have
coming.
a key player out, and Donovan Mitchell got to shoulder the load for the most.
And I mean that all comes down to coaching too, because healthy players come down to coaching. I mean, if you start to see, I mean, these people think like this stuff is just happens. Like LeBron getting hurt, or Anthony Edwards getting hurt, or you see like stuff like that. Like this stuff comes down to like you can look at your players if you're a good coach and tell like, all right, they're getting a little sloppy here, or they're starting to be a little too aggressive here. Maybe we need to take them out, reassess, and have that conversation. But I think everybody's got the ship on their shoulder that they don't give a shit.
I mean, it's easy to say that for sure. There's plenty of times coaches have made some obvious stupid decisions. I know Livy Holland said the Bucks are better than the Celtics. They have Doc Rivers as a coach. That's a 3-1 blown lead every single time.
The single most overrated coach in our
He doesn't
lifetime.
make a single adjustment. For someone who gets so heralded as such a great coach for coasting off of that one NBA championship with the Celtics, it's the same shit every year, every team, blown 3-1 lead.
Yeah.
So it's,
The NBA is a fraternity in a way that like the NFL is. They have this quote unquote brotherhood where everybody's buddy and rings are king. So if you win one as a coach, even if you're not that guy, you will get praise and worship forever. Like people still talk about Frank Vogel like he matters because he got that one ring.
Yeah.
You had LeBron and AD like in a bubble, Mickey Mouse ring.
That Mickey Mouse ass ring.
Look, I'm not the type of person that likes to discredit the ring, but
I mean,
if we're gonna take that ring and say that's why Frank Vogel's a good coach, settle down. Settle down.
Yeah, it's a resume pattern. It's like in NFL. I said it the other day. Mike Tomlin is the Doc Rivers of the NFL. He's been coaching off that Super Bowl win for 15 years. Barely go above 500, get praised for it. Doc Rivers blows 3-1 leads every team. He always gonna find a coaching job. It is what it is.
Yeah. Okay. I already see people asking about it, and I've been being asked about it for some time now. I don't want to hear shit about flopping and foul merchants, okay? My main response to that is, let's say you're right. Are you gonna do something about it? What happens next? Are y'all telling me that this man is so good at foul baiting, they're gonna give him a ring? Are y'all gonna tell me it's rigged for Oklahoma City? Look, can we please be serious?
All the free throws, man. All the falling. There's clear evidence at times no one touched them, but somehow they call a phantom.
I don't think that's necessarily a deciding
Blame
factor.
the refs. Why blame Shea? If you find a way to beat the game, do you want to would you let somebody tell you not to beat a game because you're cheesing? I'm trying to win. And he's actually good at basketball too. So what
I'm
are
not
we talking
saying-
about?
I will say
He's not a bad player. It's just
NBA refs are
he doesn't.
abysmal.
It's like Embiid. Embiid's not a bad basketball player, but he does all that flopping shit and all this extra stuff.
Embiid flopped, MVP. Harden flopped, MVP. Jokic flopped, MVP. LeBron flops,
LeBron,
MVP.
yeah.
Why are we acting brand new about
okay,
that?
though. That don't make it okay, and it's definitely not good for the product. We can't disagree with that part now.
They doing fine.
You just saying that because you got on the Thunder jersey. It's okay. It's okay. I get it.
Hey.
Okay, I understand.
People love to act like Kobe Bryant never flopped a day in his life.
I ain't say he didn't.
Dwayne Wade, who I grew up, that was my favorite player. He flopped.
That's
Everybody
the
flops.
one
It's
I
a flopping
actually
ass
wanted
league.
to bring up because Shea reminds me of that 06 Dwayne Wade finals run. We had 24 free throws compared to the Mavs. They didn't even have, I don't even think 20, but he had more free throws alone than the Mavs whole team. So that's what it reminds me of. Very similar.
Who wins today? T-Wolves.
OKC went up 2-0, to be honest.
T-Wolves.
I just feel like, look, I'm being a little bit silly, okay? I know that he's flopping. I know that he's a foul merchant, but I just feel like the story of game one, I feel like we're doing a whole lot of deflecting because Ant literally completed 5 field goals.
Here's the thing.
These bastards threw up 53s, and y'all want to talk about foul merchants.
Didn't he have 7 free throws alone in the first quarter? Something ridiculous. And it's the fact it's on a magnified scale, dog. We're not talking about a regular season game where that can fly by the wayside. We're talking about there's only 4 teams left. There's only 2 series is to focus on now. So all the eyeballs on you. Same shit with casuals that caught on to the Chiefs. It was like, hold on, there's only 4 teams left, and this team keeps getting all these calls until they turned off all the sliders and they got that ass clap.
It did feel like they turned the sliders off and they just let them. They just let them play in the Super Bowl.
They went from rookie to all pro, all Madden on that shit real quick.
I don't know, man. I just feel like in a way, people just love to hate on shit. And I know that I am sitting here in a Thunder jersey and I recognize why my tone sounds the way that it does. I know how it looks optically. But what I'm saying is no matter who is in this Final Four, no matter who is ahead, if the Celtics were here right now, people would be complaining about the threes and how it's ruining the league. If the Lakers are here, people would be talking about how they were gifted Luka and it's not fair and it's fixed for the Lakers. Pretty much anybody that was here, except for maybe the Cavs. If the Cavs are here, people would be like, oh, they did it the right way. I feel like that's kind of happening with the Knicks, low-key. Because, they've been grinding forever and they've been trash for a minute. So, they're easy to root for. But the Thunder, did the Thunder not do it the right way? Have we not suffered enough? Can we not get one?
Hey, you know what? I'm actually really happy for the Thunder, though,
draft
man.
pick, though. Sam Presti
I
is
mean,
40 picks for decades.
you know what I'm saying? They
I
really
ain't gonna
do.
knock that. He know what he's doing with that draft.
You feel me?
That's all I'm saying. It's not a
He
super
ain't got no
team.
choice, though, too, because they
They're-
small markets. So.
They're not chucking threes. They're not a super team. They didn't get lucky and draft one of the greatest players of the generation. They just built the team from the ground up.
Who was an NBA, I guess, in the past that was like the young upcoming team? Because that's what they are right now. I'm trying to think. What's a young upcoming NBA team before they all got older and stuff?
They usually get knocked out early, though.
A couple years. I'm trying to think. I don't want to say Boston. I don't think they were ever truly the young. Maybe.
I mean,
or the young upcoming team, but that's still a stretch. I'm trying to think.
It just feels like in our lifetimes, it's been like, I mean, the whole, like, between 15 and 2015 and 2020, it was all LeBron versus Steph. Before that, it was all Kobe versus, it was Kobe's Lakers, it was the Spurs, and it was the Celtics.
I mean, but I don't really think you could say, I mean, I guess you could say GS was a young team, you know, but
nah, I wouldn't say that. They were more like
that's what I'm saying. They
team though. That was when Mark Jackson was there. That's when they were the young upcoming team. So
I mean, shit, we could say the Pelicans was a young team.
Talking about the one that had Rondo, like Rondo cousin, like the Kentucky.
Yeah, I would say yeah.
They still that. 3 of the main players still. But I get what you get for sure.
I'm just trying to think who could have won MVP this year and people not been mad about it. Because if they gave it to Jokic, they'd be like, "We're gonna give that fat Serbian fuck another MVP."
Damn.
4 for him.
Damn.
Like, you can't give him that many MVPs because then you got to put him in the GOAT conversation. And Shea got it, but he's a foul merchant. It's like, who do y'all like? I swear, it's like people don't like anybody anymore. And Fred says that he likes Ant, but you're probably just blissfully unaware of how much of a piece of shit he is off the court.
Oh no, I do. Like Ant's a fucking asshole. But
we know that.
I think what makes me, I think what I like about Ant is like he ain't gonna change for nobody. I mean, bro was literally in front of Obama and said, "I'm the truth. Like I don't care who you is." He's like, "I don't care who you are. I'm the truth." So I'll beat your old ass on the court too, basically. So, like, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, when you got KD, LeBron, and, you know, I think it was AD, they all look back like, oh, shoot, we got to get him.
KD was one of that one. KD was one. That's Anthony Edwards.
But, I mean, but we forget that KD was the same way when he got into the league. Like, people act like what Ant's doing is weird. I'm like, KD was the same way. I mean, yeah, he was silent, but off the court, like, KD lets you know, I'm from the streets. Like,
yeah, Ant really just strikes me as the type of guy, like, yeah, similarly to KD, he's like, I'm just trying to hoop, leave me alone. I'm not a role model. In a way, I kind of respect it because, like,
yeah, like
a lot of the Ant love is like people's infatuation with Jordan, which is sickening a little bit. He's like, stop comparing me to that guy just because I'm dark skinned and
I mean, y'all kind of do look alike,
polite.
Yeah.
And the game is a little bit similar and the mentality is a little bit similar, but that shit all dies when you are 5 for 13 in a conference finals. Like, get real.
I will say this, like, with OKC and the T-Wolves playing, I know you've been a long time OKC Thunder fan, so I was like, man, like, if they win, like, my boys' team's got it, bro. Like,
it's my time. It's my time.
But at the same time, that's why I haven't said shit too much in the group chat about, like, man, I hope they crush OKC. Like, fuck.
I don't know why you would want that though. Like, why don't people like OKC outside of the foul merchant shit?
I don't like the organization. After they broke up Serge Ibaka, like KD,
it's
Russ
because
Westbrook.
they didn't want to pay Harden, which in hindsight,
I mean, but ever since that happened, I was like, what a shitty organization.
That was the James Harden thing.
Do
The
what?
James Harden thing was
Uh,
the hate.
Nah, I'm
Because
just
we knew he was gonna leave. It was like he should be starting instead of coming off the bench. You got sorry ass Cephalosha out there. Like, start this man, bro. Everybody who played 2K with OKC back then, everybody was taking Cephalosha out, putting in James Harden.
Always subbing in James
I
Harden.
thought it was a money. From what I read, I always thought it was a money thing with Harden. That's why
I'm
he
pretty
wanted
sure it
out.
was.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it was.
incentives and all that shit definitely factors in.
But I'm just saying, man, I don't care what y'all say, man. Those three right there, hell no. That was a goated team when those three got out on the court, man. I don't care what you say.
That was a fun thing.
Yeah. But what are you gonna do against prime LeBron? I think they lost. What did they lose in 5?
I think it was.
it?
5.
Damn.
Yeah, it was 5.
Yeah, that shit was tough. But like, I really couldn't be that mad. I was like, it's literally prime LeBron, and they have a stacked team. I was just like, okay. I mean, what are you gonna do?
And that was the start of James Harden disappearing in big games.
You think he still has PTSD from getting whooped by the Heat in the finals? He's like, why would I want to go back to the finals? I got murked the only time I was there.
No, he never. He cared about the strip club more than he cared about.
I legitimately feel bad for James Harden. Like, he clearly has like a psychological problem when it comes to performing in the postseason. Like, that shit is he has ED for the playoffs. It's crazy.
Yeah, cellitis. That's what they call it. But yeah, every game 7, James Harden playing, that team finna lose. I'm gonna have Sixers, Nets, Clippers, you name it, same shit, different team. Rockets, you can get that.
Lights too brightest.
Yeah, man. Coming to the game with your beer smelling like coochie and shit. Like, you can't hoop out like that if your beer smelling like coochie, and then Daryl Morey telling you about it. Allegedly, of course.
What's up, B? Crazy time to come in.
What's good, fellas?
What's good with you, man? I saw your story. Come on, that money line. Last night. I overtime out, and then you had to out hold yourself. I'm like, you ain't holding shit, dude.
I was jumping the hell up because I was over there. I was over there at MSG, bro. It was so bananas, yo. I thought I lost. So I'm like, damn, I felt bad. I'm like, I forgot. It's the New York Knicks.
Bro, that arena was so quiet after they made that comeback. It was like you could hear a pin drop. I was like, that is hilarious.
Wait, were you at the game or were you outside?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I went to the game.
I know you was balling like that.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna go, but yeah, I ended up getting a good ticket at a good price last minute, and it worked out.
I heard those ticket prices are crazy.
Yeah.
I'm not counting pockets. I'm just saying, like, I got access to the internet.
Yeah, no. That's why it's better to get them last minute.
Right.
Yo, them prices was ridiculous. I said, hell no. I'm not doing that shit. You're crazy.
Wait, how low do they drop once you wait to the last minute?
Now it depends on what you get it from. Now, Ticketmaster still be a little bit pricey, but if you can see it on like Vivid or StubHub or things of that nature, you don't be surprised if you see some around 130 something, 140 something.
Wow.
In a Tennessee football game, that's crazy as fuck.
Yeah. And that was all the way up though, so I'm not gonna lie, I was all the way up though.
I mean, but like just to get an MSG though, like that's crazy.
Yeah. And feel the despair just being evaporated from the Knicks fan base.
Bro, the garden damn near was shaking, bro.
That's crazy. That is probably the worst sell job I've seen in the NBA playoffs in probably history. That was
that shit was
throws, Josh Hart slipping, like that's crazy.
Bro, that was a bad way to go out. Like
magnetic threes in a row.
Sometimes I'll be watching a couple games and I'm like, this looks like good, clean, fair basketball. And then when I saw that ball bounce up off the back rim and then fall straight through the hoop, I was like, oh, here we fucking go. Ain't no way, boy. Ain't no way.
It's too long. It's like the Kawhi shot. The suspension was so high.
That's what I'm saying. And if any shot bounced like that in any other game in the playoffs, it wouldn't look so crazy. But you're telling me dudes at the free throw line turns around, does a 180, runs back to the 3-point line,
Yeah.
and then puts that up. It hits off the back rim, goes so high it's almost out of the fucking screen,
yeah.
and then drops straight through. He's hitting the choke. I'm like, all right, bro. Okay, all right. Y'all doing way too much.
That was too perfect. That was so perfect, yo. It was so perfect the way they did that shit. So if y'all was there, y'all probably be like, nah, this is you know the shit that we already be saying, right? If you guys was there, you'd be like, oh no way. No way.
Yeah, Money Man said, how does a ball do it? Exactly. I shot a basketball 100 times. It don't pop up 8 feet in the air and go straight back in. No.
Bro, that shit was that was a perfect to me, that's basically I think that's probably like the best Knicks buzzer beater against a Knick ever. It probably has Reggie Miller beat, yo.
I agree with that. I can't think of one better because it's so crazy. It's just crazy as hell.
Yeah.
I've never been so happy to not be a fan of a team before. I'm like, if I was a Knicks fan, I would not sleep.
Oh my God. I keep telling those Knicks fans, man, y'all just like getting your heart broke, man.
No, after they started
y'all like this shit.
I was like, I hope these niggas lose. When I was like, I ain't got no problem at first, but no, let these niggas lose. Bro. They on some bullshit. Steve Smith hit 3 threes in a row already and cut the lead single digit. Lose, please.
Yep. I didn't think they was gonna win game 1. It's the Knicks. In the game 1, Madison Square Garden, too much celebrating going on. Too much. That's the reason why I said fade them.
You think they win the series though, the Knicks?
Yes.
Hell no.
I think they do though. I think so too.
I mean, man, I don't know, bro, because the Pacers, I told you, Sway, the Pacers look so fucking good right now. Like,
no, the thing is, the Pacers just play hard the entire game.
I get that.
That's how they get motherfuckers. They play hard the entire game from start to finish. Most teams don't do that.
It's weird because that's supposed to be the Knicks. Like, that's supposed to be their identity. But it's weird. Like, I think that, like, I'm concerned with the mentality. Like, I feel like I would rather get blown out by, like, 30, 40 points than lose in overtime off a choke job. Like, that shit is far more devastating psychologically to a team.
That boy Halliburton. You know what I'm saying? Come on.
I don't know where the overrated.
He the truth.
I really don't know where that overrated.
It's a little manufactured self motivator. It was like when you do the math on the article that everybody's referring to, it was like fucking 18 players that thought he was the most overrated. It's like that's really not that big of a deal. But whatever motivates you, okay? Like I get it. Like thinking that people are hating on you is a great motivator.
I was like David Robinson. He made up this story about David Robinson not signing his autograph or some shit like that.
Yeah, it's like Michael Jordan manufacturing beefs with people in his head. Like I just told myself that he was talking shit, and then I went crazy on him.
Personal, yeah. That makes sense. I was like, I know I ain't heard nobody say Halliburton overrated.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know where that shit came from either. I'm like, huh? I'm like, I guess I missed the memo, but I don't know about that.
Well,
Tyrese Halliburton is overrated.
It was a survey done of his peers, I believe. I don't know where the article was, but it was other NBA players that they were asked who was most overrated, and I think like around 18 of them voted for him. I think he got the most votes. Jesus. So that's tough. It's one thing for us to be talking shit, like we don't, but like for other NBA players to be like, nah, he's over. Like that sucks.
Man.
Yeah,
I was just lost with that picture.
Yeah.
But like all those people talking shit, most of them aren't even playing right now. They on the couch. So I'm good for him.
I mean, you know what's crazy though about this whole Halliburton thing was I was watching Monday Night Raw. They obviously brought up Brunson and Halliburton's moment.
That's who's overrated.
On there. Hold on. Their moment on there. And then Triple H said it's like we wrote it. Obviously trolling it. Truth in plain sight. And then they interviewed Tyrese Halliburton because this nigga got a DLC in the game. I think he got a shoe coming out. And now he hits a buzzer beater. What, the next day, the same day Jim Irsay dies? Like,
industry plant. Yeah. He's just like Dochi. He's a fraud.
What are we doing?
Yep. Shit crazy. I don't know. I don't know. It's just I don't. I still got the Knicks though. I still got the. I don't see the Pacers.
I gotta hear this take. Why the Knicks though?
Okay. Do I think? Let me start off. Do I think they're gonna win the championship? No, I ain't say all that. Yeah, I ain't. Yeah, I'm not saying all that. But
they're pretty close.
yeah,
Fair.
yeah. But no, I stand usually when I pick finalists. I usually go by business, and you know, a lot of stuff is going on with New York right now, right? So it would make a lot of sense to have the New York Knicks go to the
Huge
finals.
movement right there, right now.
Yeah, especially also with the World Cup coming next year.
Yeah.
So it'll bring a lot of money to New York just by New York going. Shit. I mean, think about it. They had the damn New York Liberty go against the Minnesota Lynx, right? Where did that come from? Right? Imagine we was to see Timberwolves versus the Knicks. Ironically, you know. But yeah, I think with everything that's going on in New York, with the money that they're trying to bring in, which is affecting the MTA system a lot, aka this is also going to affect the World Cup next year for all the people that come into the city. I think New York Knicks is going to go to the finals. I think they're going to the finals.
If they see the Timberwolves, they probably got it. But it's like at this point, with the noise around the Thunder, like I feel like nobody. I don't know, man. I just feel like people that are fans of the Timberwolves are really just fans of Ant, which is fine, whatever. He's a good actor, I guess. I'm pretty sure that's a flagrant, by the way. Get Julius Randle the fuck out of here. But I just feel like at this point, it would benefit the league the most, obviously, if the Knicks were in the finals. To be fair, so they have a good basketball argument and a good narrative argument, and I think that the Pacers stuff is just I don't really see any. I mean, there is like a little connection between the Fever and the Pacers.
Can we be honest though? That whole take, I think people are just T-Wolves fans because of Ant. I mean, I feel like people were Lakers fans because of Kobe. I feel like people were Bulls fans because of Jordan.
No. Okay, the Bulls, yeah, but like the Lakers do have loyal fans for sure. Regardless,
I'm pretty sure the T-Wolves do too, but I'm just saying.
Yeah,
like,
but they all live in Minnesota.
I'm just saying. I also feel like there's a huge Lakers fan because you got Clippers and Lakers, and you're always gonna have Clippers fans versus Lakers fans. That's just the thing.
It's so funny to me that people actually thought the Clippers were gonna do something. It's like
that's weird to me.
How do you forget? Behavior. How do you forget the curse?
It's
like y'all are cursed. Shut up.
Like, bro, damn
someone needs to be sacrificed before y'all have any success. Those are just the rules. I'm sorry.
They still wouldn't win even if that happened. Wasn't Jerry West affiliated with him? He died last year. What happened? Clippers ain't do shit. They got no ring.
Man, I totally forgot about that. That's crazy.
Where'd it go?
But
he was tied to the Grizzlies too. What happened? Not shit. First round.
I mean,
point answer. That's it.
This nigga's crazy.
It is what it is, man. Some teams just ain't set up to win. No matter how hard they try, no matter how great the team is, you got Chris Paul, Blake Griffin, James Harden, Kawhi Leonard. How many All-Stars have the Clippers had during this time since they got good again? Paul.
That's
George,
actually a fact. Yeah, that's actually a fact.
At one point, like, granted, he wasn't an All-Star at the time, but still, like, they've had a lot of good players going through there and nothing to show for it.
That's true, especially if you want to start up from give or take. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt. Let's start it from 2010 and up, right, until current times. You actually right about that. No damn excuse, really. They had a lot of teams, quote unquote teams, that should have took it all. If this is so-called real, they had no excuse not to win. Plenty of times, every year. But I mean, except for the stretch when they had that coach, Doc Rivers.
Oak Rivers, yeah.
That's a different story. You guys know that. We don't even have to talk about that.
Every year let's look at man Caruso. Sorry. Every year somebody that's Clippers adjacent is trying to sell me a bridge on why this year is actually the year. Oh, just wait until Kawhi's healthy. Oh no, now Doc Rivers is here. Oh, we got Paul George. Oh, now there's a new arena. It's like you're cursed.
Yeah, that's fact though.
Forget it. I'm not trying to hear it. And there are not real Clippers fans. I promise you, there aren't.
I didn't even know Clippers fans existed until they got CP3 and all them.
Yeah, Blake Griffin, CP3. What's his name? What's his name that did? What's his name that done? What's his name? That
Which one?
crucified.
Oh, DeAndre Jordan who dunked.
DeAndre Jordan. Yeah, exactly. Like when they had that squad too, like a lot of Clippers fans came out the woodworks. I'm like, where y'all came
He
from?
was up 3-1 on the Rockets.
Yeah.
The series of his life.
Yeah. We saw what happened with that one.
Man, Ant gotta try so hard to get a bucket.
Yeah, they not helping. Right. It's close, but they not helping right now for sure.
Somebody said the Pacers really need this. That's what I'm saying. Over New York, and then after that, yeah.
Clippers fans, the broke Laker fans.
Damn.
That's so
Hey, you know what's crazy?
I want to know.
I'm gonna let them know something. And Lobo, you've known this about me. I've been a huge Clippers fan since middle school.
Huge?
So
Nobody huge. I know you rock with them, but I don't know.
I did rock with them. I wouldn't say huge. Let me just say I've been rocking with them since middle school.
I mean, they
wanna
had
know,
talent.
Like, no, I want to know with LA though. Like, is this a thing like the South Side with you a White Sox fan because you're on the South Side? And then,
But I think I was a huge fan of them
what
because
that is?
of Crawford. That's it.
Jamal Crawford.
Yeah.
Paul Crawford, one of my favorite players ever, bro. He's
That man a
nasty.
legend.
He is
Him and
nasty.
Lou Will, two of the best people in all of them.
And DeAndre, we can't forget about DeAndre Jordan too.
DeAndre Jordan matters to me because of that one dunk where the announcer was like, "Oh me, oh my!" He fucking killed somebody on a poster. I don't even remember who it was. I just remember the
Brandon
call.
Knight.
That shit was crazy. Yeah, he deserved it. But man, I really wish DeAndre Jordan would have found like another home. But it's like his entire capability was all based off of him just dunking on people and getting rebounds. Like
Rudy Gobert. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's literally a black Rudy Gobert. Or I guess he was in the league before. But,
yeah.
Rudy
Gobert is like a legendary interior defender, but it's like, all right, bro, you just standing there.
Like, he's not bad as far as rim protection goes, but it's when you get that nigga out there on the perimeter, he's a sitting duck.
He on skates. Put him in a blender.
When Luka's slow ass make you look crazy, you know something wrong.
Yeah, it is crazy. When Luka was crying like a baby the first time he went back to Dallas and they played that tribute video for him, and they were like, "Luka, what had you so emotional? What was your favorite moment from the video?" And he was like, "Cooking Rudy Gobert." He was like, "That was my favorite moment, hitting that shot over Rudy." I was like, "Damn, you really hate Rudy Gobert? That's crazy."
Unnecessary.
It's crazy.
It was like I thought it was gonna be like, oh, it was just seeing me with my teammates. Oh, it was like winning the conference. Oh, I just think back to all my moments with the coach. He's like, nah, fuck Rudy Gobert.
There was violence that day.
He did start COVID, so
Damn. Score is 44-45 now. So
Uh oh.
I'm not worried.
That'd be one of them.
I'm not worried at all. I'm literally not bothered. It was close last time too, and then they got fucking whacked.
It
You're
was.
right. Yeah, you're right. You absolutely right. I told people, I said, yep, it was close before, and then OKC ran off with that.
Okay,
shit.
but hold on. I think this one's gonna be different because remember, the mashup. I mean, OKC. Let's be real, man. Like, they're a new contender in the playoffs, so it's like people ain't gonna really know what their matchup is. You know what I mean? So, I think with the T-Wolves, seeing how their first game went, and their coaching, and Ant being a good, spot up player. I think it's gonna be a stretch this game. It's
They
gonna
definitely
be tight.
made some adjustments because Shea's he's only taken 2 free throws.
So
The refs tightening up. They locking the fuck in. Okay.
it's gonna be I think it's
They
gonna
got
be
some threats in the mail.
Like, you motherfucker.
I mean, it's honest, on it. Really and truly, it's gonna come down to fourth. So
That's how most games go though, for real. Like Indy, New York, same shit. Except Indy,
here's the problem. I think the Pacers got gassed. Like honestly, like they started out so strong.
Oh, you mean the Knicks?
I'm talking about the
Pacers, right?
I'm talking about the Pacers.
So you saying the Pacers got gas at the end, or
I feel like I felt like from what I was watching, I felt like they got lazy because they could have took off, but I just felt like they got lazy because I've seen their gameplay all season, and I'm like this shit. Now I'm not saying like the Knicks didn't give them a run for their money, but I just felt like the Pacers could have put a little oomph in their game towards the end. I felt like I know they made the OT. I know they made the OT win.
more than an oomph in that shit.
That's from what I saw, but maybe I'm. But to be fair, I'm not really a Pacers fan or a Knicks fan like that, so me watching it, my opinion is irrelevant. So
As long as I'm entertained, that's all I care about. Really, with both these series for the most part. And don't do that game 7 shit, because this has been a big problem with the NBA. Is they'll set up these game 7s and they always be blowouts, and it's been like that for the last 3-4 years now.
Shea flopped. They didn't give it to him. Threw his whole body backwards.
That's what they need to get better with these game 7 scripts.
There we go. Yeah, it does seem like there are some series where it's like very clear that one team's better than the other, but it's like you can only imagine how much money they miss out on when there isn't a game 7, because every time there's a game 7, every single seat is filled. That's tickets, that's concessions, that's ad revenue for the TV. Like, we all get it. It's just you wish that they could make the money up somewhere else to where it doesn't look so obvious. It's like, what the fuck do the Warriors and Rockets look like going to 7 games, bro? Why? There's no need for that.
So I'm seeing go ahead, my bad.
Oh no, I was just saying straight money. Like, I mean, anybody, they would have to be a fool to not know that. Straight
There's
money.
no shot this Knicks and Pacers series doesn't go 7. It doesn't matter how much better.
That's what I'm saying.
It's
That's
gonna
what
happen.
I'm saying.
It's a rivalry. They want that shit.
And don't the Knicks have don't they have home court? So wouldn't Game 7 be at MSG?
Yep.
Come on, man. Just go on ahead and sign it up. Let's just book it.
That'll be funny if the Knicks take another L like they did last year in Game 7 MSG.
Won it against the Pacers too.
if you're a diehard Knicks fan though, even though it would be really devastating to lose in a Game 7, just knowing that you were 1 game away from the finals, like, they'll be satisfied with it.
Yeah. That'll be worse. Yeah.
It'll hurt really, really bad, but just knowing that you were that close, it's farther than they've been in my lifetime. So,
Oh man.
Who's the one player on the Knicks that New York fans really don't fuck with?
You now when you say that, what do you mean by that though? Like,
I mean, like when you mention his name, New York Knicks fans is like, fuck that nigga. Like, for real. Even though he on the team, they really don't rock.
are you talking about like currently?
Yeah,
Or
currently, not all time. No, currently.
To be honest with you, I haven't heard not one.
They just like the whole team.
I feel like they like them because they've taken
Yeah.
them so far. It's like I truly feel like Karl Anthony Towns is the type of player that New York fans wouldn't like, but because he's been balling in the playoffs, they're like, all right, bro.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be Cat, but
It was
but he's
supposed to.
hooping.
So he been hooping. Okay.
He's like that dude that you hate him, but you like him. You know what I'm saying? You like him, but you hate him. That type of shit. It's like you just gotta rock with him, but you hate him. Type shit.
I feel like that's how Wolves fans feel about Rudy Gobert. Like, they don't fucking like him, but then he plays well, and they're like,
Yeah.
What y'all think about Julius Randle though?
Oh my god.
He's been the biggest surprise of this entire.
That's what I was
postseason.
gonna say, bro. He been really showing his ass.
He's literally been their second best player. You could argue he's been their best player. Like, Ant was really cooking like in the early
That's what
series, but like the
yeah.
past 2 series, bro, it's been the Julius Randle.
Julius
really
Randle
crazy.
been going off. Yeah. So
It's just that his point shaving be so obvious. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can't stand him. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's like he makes it so obvious. I'm like, I know what you're doing, bro. Yo, I can't stand him. But hey, it is what it is.
This Doritos ad spot on the floor feels so weird to me. There's something so unnatural about it. There's so much advertising in sports now, it's getting out of control. Yeah, FanDuel on the court is crazy. Having like Charles Barkley in them, being like, "Who do you think there's gonna score over or under 27.5 points?" I'm like, can you niggas talk about the game, please? Why are you trying to? Why is Charles Barkley giving me parlay advice?
That's what I'm
What the fuck
saying.
is
All
this?
of them do that. ESPN does that shit at halftime. They all do that. And that's why I say that any motherfucker who thinks this shit ain't rigged or ain't scripted or whatever, they got FanDuel on the goddamn court, bro. Like, you gotta be retarded. I don't care right now. You gotta be R-worded to not pick up on that.
That's a fact.
Like, seriously, you gotta
Redacted.
be eating glue at this current age. Fucking crazy.
Yeah, I think it's I think it's a bad look. But it just goes to show like how much money rules everything, because especially the NFL's a little bit better about it, because you know their whole brand is like the shield and everything and integrity. So like they're not going to put like DraftKings on their sidelines, but they'll say like we're an official partner of them, but they're not going to do in-game ad reads for a betting site for the NFL. Like that'd really be awful. It'd really ruin the product. Somehow in the NBA they can get away with it, but you know, degenerate gamblers.
I wouldn't be surprised though if the NFL eventually got to the point they got painted ads and shit on the field, kind of like they do in the bowl games in college football.
Yeah.
Like they do it in UT. They got Pilot J or Flying J or whatever as an ad on their field. Safe Light on Ohio State's field. So
Tell me.
here, that's college, mind you. This ain't even pros. So pros gonna be right there too.
Don't
You
make
might
no
see
sense.
Bud Light, Michelob Ultra, whoever sponsored it on the field.
Don't make no sense.
Yeah, I just can't stop looking at Doritos and Google on the floor of my basketball game. It's disgusting. Like, does Google really need to advertise more? Like, what do y'all think I'm searching with?
What? It's a verb. Like, what are we doing?
Like, y'all did it. You won. What more do you need?
man, I guess I will say this just to bring it back to basketball a little bit. Yeah, Jimmy Butler sucks.
$60 million role player. Yeah.
And he's 35 now too.
Oh,
Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, I mean, he's like, I thought
yeah,
he was
he
like,
getting there, right? He wanted.
I thought he was
started to be one of
33.
the old heads.
something like that, maybe.
Steph 37. I think KD's. I want to say KD 35. I might be wrong. 36. KD 36.
Yeah,
Butler 35.
But-
Kyrie 33.
I feel like, damn, man, just Jimmy at Golden, just the Warriors, man. Like I was like, this man's slaw.
It
Like,
sounded good on paper, and
Yeah.
then like as soon as Steph went down and Jimmy had to be that guy, you were like, oh yeah, he's not that guy anymore.
That's what I'm getting at. That's
And
what
it
I was
doesn't-
alluding
and it
to. I
doesn't-
just didn't want to piss any Warriors
It doesn't
fans
hit you.
off.
It doesn't hit you that hard until you look at his contract, and then you're like, oh yeah, that's bad. That's really bad.
Pat Riley got the last laugh.
He really did. You ain't lying.
Hey, you can't go against a nigga who got mob ties and win.
Imagine forcing your way out of Miami across the country just to lose in round 2 after the star gets injured. That's so embarrassing, bro. Just go back.
Man, keep trying to tell you about that man, Jimmy, man.
He used to be that guy. Like in the bubble days and the year or two after, like he was literally carrying the Heat.
Oh, the Heat. Yeah, he was crazy with the Heat.
He got greedy though.
motivated. He was clapping Rachel Nichols' cheeks. He was hella motivated.
Okay, bro. Well, dang.
Sure.
Damn.
Well,
Damn.
I don't have a source on that. That's I don't know.
I mean, I think a lot of the Heat's problem with Jimmy was anything with Jimmy. Whenever he goes somewhere, he starts to become a problem. He starts off cool, and then he starts to become a problem in the locker room. He starts to become a problem outside of basketball, like y'all can agree, Jimmy is a problem at these teams. He's the problem.
Man, he's just avoid like he just likes to travel. He just don't like staying at the same place too long, man. Like, look, just because you don't want to stay at a job and you want to take your talent somewhere else, I'm not gonna knock him as a person. You know, he got sick of him. You're just trying to get him out of there. I don't get it, but look at Shea, man, so inspirational. 6 for 9 from the field. Only went to the line like 2-3 times, 19 points.
Man.
Make it make sense.
I'm like, geez.
Maybe he's just nice. I don't know. And they still win it. It's crazy. I don't know how that happened.
They're trying to make him They're trying to make him another Kobe. That's what they're trying to do. I see it.
That's not gonna work.
It's not gonna work. But I see what they're trying to do. I see, especially with that whole what's that? They both got drafted to the Charlotte Hornets, but didn't end up playing for the Charlotte Hornets, and it happens to be 24 years apart. And then they have the whole comparison with the moves they made. I see what they're trying to do. Don't be surprised if this guy ends up having some type of not saying this is gonna happen, but don't be surprised if he ends up having some type of scandal or some shit.
Are you fucking serious? Fortunately, this is good news. I'm pretty sure Shea is already married. I know. Yeah, I know that sounds crazy. I think he's with RG3 would call her a cool glass of milk or something. He's very domesticated. Look, I like a player. My type of player is a married man that is locked in and is not like fooling around. Zion Williamson, big ass, running around, hitting everything. Ant running around telling people get an abortion. LOL. That's real. That happened. Like all these people that are unfocused, like Steph Curry, top of the league, married with kids. LeBron, top of the league, married with kids. Kobe, top of the league, married with kids at his time. Like, if you're locked at Giannis, top of the league, married, kids.
What is he talking about? He's never won a championship like I have.
There's no such thing as failure. It's a journey. I fuck with Giannis heavily, though.
Yeah, I do feel sorry. That's one team I do feel sorry for, the Bucks.
They got one. I don't feel sorry. They good.
Because, man,
their undoing is entirely their own fault.
I know it is, but Giannis just is a very humble guy, and I feel like, damn, like he just makes you feel sorry for that team. Like when some shit hits the fan.
He rich, he'll be alright.
Yeah, I know.
That motherfucker's loaded. He's fine. When he loses, he's like, I didn't even fail for real. It's just part of the process. I'll see y'all next year.
Yeah.
It'd be nice if he cared a little bit more. But I think that he does. I think that he does. He just doesn't show it because like it would be like a sign of weakness. And I don't think he's about putting himself out there like that. He's not the type to lose a game and then be crying about it. He's just like, we'll get him next year.
You know who went from likable to hateable really quick? Paul Podcast George.
That's so funny, bro. I really used to like Paul George. He's insufferable now. He's awful.
Like, man, we can't play back-to-backs. Paul, you don't play games, period, dog. Like, what are you talking about? Hey, hurtful when you play 8 games, bro. Like,
Yo, there was a point earlier in the season they were like, I swear, he has more podcasts than games played since the season started.
It was like he had 19 podcasts episodes, like 10 games played or some shit. It was like,
no. I'm gonna tell you who became a very, very unlikable person real quick. Zion. Can't stand him.
Man, I never really liked him all that much. His downfall was not surprising at all to me.
And people, I know people are gonna be like, "Damn, you gonna fault the man for injuries?" I'm like, but it's because he wasn't being healthy.
Yeah,
it's literally his fault.
Yeah,
he's too damn big. Like, generally speaking, I'm not gonna clown people for being overweight unless your job is literally to be in shape. All you have to do is go to practice like everybody else.
We talk about practice?
What is he doing at practice? Your job is basketball. How are you not burning calories, bro? Yeah. There's no reason to be that big.
He was a walking like, we know you skip in practice. Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
Bro does no conditioning. He just practices standing dunks and free throws.
And then he got that girl pregnant, and then that was really the downfall of him being the next LeBron James. I
Oh,
think.
the one built
Did
like
he
a
get
flamingo?
her pregnant?
I thought he did. Yeah, he got that
I
girl
don't
pregnant.
remember.
Yeah.
I just remember her like outing his stuff, like his business, his messages and stuff, and I was like, that's tough.
Yeah.
I'm still salty. They were like Zion was the next LeBron. I'm like, y'all are
it
tripping.
gassed it. It gassed it.
Y'all are
That was
tripping.
never gonna happen.
Or
I never bought into that for a second.
They
But
tried it with Kobe,
I will
they
say
tried
this.
it with MJ, they tried LeBron, the next so they gotta sell somehow.
I will say what's a surreal moment. I don't know if y'all ever watched the Balls grow up, like
Yeah.
playing at Chino
Yeah.
Hills and all that. Man, seeing them in the league now, you know, I'm just like, dog, damn. Like I feel old. Like I feel like I watched them like grow up. Like I mean, honestly, we did, but I mean, LaMelo's not bad. Lonzo's not.
Bro, what is up with Lonzo? I feel like he hasn't
Yeah,
played
I had
in like
to-
5 years.
For real, he might as well retire.
Knee problems, man.
Yeah, no problem. Almost swerve in that corner. Whoa, whoa.
D'Angelo.
That's the best thing that any of them has done in years.
Yeah, man.
That shit was fire.
What did LeVar say? He ain't in basketball, but he's a rap star.
All my boys going to the league.
Nah, but I mean, you know, there's a few guys that I thought that were gonna come in and really be star players. I mean, but it didn't happen, and it's good to see, you know, like people
Bro.
like Halliburton. And,
Everybody that gets overhyped, not only do they end up not living up to the hype, they usually end up like being worse than you could even
That's a
imagine.
fact. That's a
Out
fact.
the league quick as
Yep.
hell. Too.
I was gonna say, like people like Halliburton, key players, Brunson. I really like Brunson. I just don't like him on the Knicks.
But like everybody that gets underrated,
I feel
like
like
the
he
people
get
that are still
hoed
in
at
the
the
playoffs,
Knicks.
they end up overperforming. It's weird like that.
The Phoenix Suns are another good team. I feel that's my opinion. I still feel like they're a pretty good team.
No,
Or Phoenix Suns,
They ain't
Yeah.
got no step, no.
they come up
They
short too much.
awful.
Exactly, but I think it's leadership. Is what's wrong with them.
They really thought they could. Speaking of the worst contracts ever, Bradley Beal, $60 million guaranteed, no trade clause. Literally the worst contract in sports outside of Deshaun Watson. They're battling for the top spot. They're just dog water, terrible.
And he got mad. Someone said you should play like Drew Holiday. He was like,
Yeah,
that's all you gotta do, dog.
Like Drew Holiday isn't a champion. Like he wasn't one of the best players on the Olympic team. The Drew Holiday fall off needs to be studied. You want to talk about walking off a cliff? Bro was literally hooping for the United States
Hey,
of America.
you know.
Literally this past summer, and in this playoffs, he was non-existent. He was like me out there. You couldn't even tell.
But he had a good career though. So
Celtics got a lot of
Yeah,
bad
it's
contracts right now. By the time Tatum comes back, the team's gonna be completely different. That's
I
crazy.
need Jaylen Brown to get the fuck out of the Celtics though.
You can't stand him, right? You can't stand him as a Celtic.
Hell
A
no.
lot of people don't like him as a Celtic.
Hell no. I don't think his fit there is good. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think he's a good player. I just don't think the fit there is good.
His skill set is redundant. Like he's literally just Tatum, but like less good.
That's crazy because y'all not the first people that say that out here. We say that shit a lot too though. It don't fit. It don't fit. And if you go up north, like from here, like if you head towards like Massachusetts and all that shit, like a lot of Boston people and a lot of people over there in Connecticut, they feel the same way though. He just don't fit in Boston. I don't know what it is.
What do you think about this, Bfyre? Him at the Spurs. Boom.
He looks his play seems like a Spurs player.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
It seems like that. He's like he could be a number one option, but he's not. Okay, I'm not trying to compare him to Kawhi, but you get what I'm saying, right? Like he could be a first option, but he's not flashy. He's not a flashy. We're not thinking about a LeBron,
That's what I'm saying. Like he's not.
Kobe.
Yeah.
No, Joe, we're not thinking about that. You know what I'm saying? But he could be a number one option for a team, but not the flashy number one option. So what you just said, San Antonio Spurs, as far as a West team, it it makes sense. I like it.
We're gonna find out the truth, the extent of Jaylen Brown's capabilities this upcoming season when he's the number one guy. Like we're to see if he's really a $300 million player. See if he's really worthy of that superstar status that I know that he craves. I think he's gonna get exposed.
I think he is too.
I agree.
I think he is. They're gonna have him as number one. Okay, Jalen, you finally get what you've been asking for the whole time, and then watch what you end up doing.
He's gonna average. Serious? He's gonna average the same points that he averaged this year.
Yeah.
People don't talk about it because the Celtics were bombing threes on everybody and blowing people out. He actually had some of his worst stats like of his career since his rookie and sophomore season. Like all of his numbers were down, his percentages, his like splits and everything. But like it was hidden behind the fact that like the team was shutting everybody down defensively. But like he didn't have a good year, and he's a max player. He's a 22.5 point per game max player. Why?
Not showing up. Ain't had that.
Yeah.
And I wanted the Celtics to be good. I thought that I was, I know this is like the most vanilla take ever. Oh, the two. Like the defending champ and the number one seed are going to meet each other in the finals. I always thought it was going to be OKC and the Celtics, but I just didn't expect them to get exposed the way that they did against the Knicks. Because, like, with all due respect, the Knicks, like, they are not a more talented basketball team than the Celtics. But the Celtics got a young, stubborn-ass coach, and Tatum doesn't have that, like, lion's heart that's going to be like, maybe we should stop shooting threes and just focus on, like, getting actual normal buckets and playing, like, real basketball. Like, a Kobe or a LeBron or a Steph would be like, hey, we're literally going to lose the series if we don't stop chucking threes. And Tatum was just like, yes, sir, master, sir. I'll just keep shooting threes, sir. Whatever you say, sir. Mazzulla, like, all that tough, edgy shit did not pay off in the end. Y'all got fucking whacked.
Mazzulla remind me of Colton from Fresh Prince, bro. I can't take him serious.
I still think it's crazy that Cat is at the Knicks, and they could have the opportunity to play the T-Wolves. That's crazy.
Yeah, they might as well. That's what the NBA needs to just do. They just
had a Villanova boys show up.
That's it. Facts.
The only matchup I'm not trying to see is Timberwolves and Pacers. I swear I might not even watch.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
No.
I don't see that. Now, for anybody that lives up there in the Midwest, so shout out to you. You'll probably enjoy it. But us over here that lives East Coast
literally
or going
East
towards
Coast,
South and
West Coast, like nobody's gonna watch.
We're not trying to see that. We're not trying to see that.
I know I had said earlier, the Pacers might take this, but let's be real. I mean, that's just me being optimistic. I don't think it's gonna happen. But this game is gonna be close. It's gonna be real close. These games, the Knicks, Pacers.
Yeah, they're all going to be very dramatic, especially the ones at MSG.
Bro,
I don't know, man. I don't know. T-Wolves,
favorite rivalry, bro.
OKC beating them by 8 points halftime. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Sorry for my language, but I don't know what the fuck's going on with T-Wolves.
I don't forgive you. Bfyre, since we got a quick break in the action, is Joey Badass the king of New York now? Like, are y'all accepting that?
No.
Are you fucking serious?
No. Listen.
So it's still
D.
Ice Spice. Okay.
Yeah. Listen, D. Don't even let that hype get to you. Trust me. Like no disrespect to him, right? I don't mean to say that. But trust me, it's for a season.
Bing bong.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, this is how it is. We have that feeling here in New York. What he's doing right now. Don't expect. When you doing your when you talking about reviews, right? Mm-hmm. Don't even think about you. You're not going to be talking about him in 2 years. You're not going to be doing that anymore.
You're probably right. Look,
yeah. Trust me.
I do like what you said. I might need to write that down.
It's for now.
King for a season.
King for a season. There you go. For a season. There you go. Joey Badass. No disrespect to you, but it's just king for a season. They're not going to take you serious unless you taking yourself serious with that. And let's keep it 100. You're on the acting tip more than with the music thing right now. I mean, just be honest.
Yeah.
right? You got to go hard with it if you want to go really hard with it. But
Joey, you
making
thought we
some
was
noise
feeling
right now.
you?
He did.
He making
did
some little
drop.
noise right now.
He dropped a lot of tracks that were pretty solid. Like he was holding his own. Like it did seem like he was in a 20v1 for real. Like he was taking shots of everybody and he was dropping like consistently. But I'm gonna need to hear an album. I think that some people
That's what I'm saying.
People get confused because the Kendrick and Drake stuff, they think that winning rap battles makes you a legend. Buddy, drop an album. Get serious. Albums make legends. Great projects make legends.
You gotta have an album. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. You gotta
Drop a classic. Stop all that yapping. You don't get points for beating Ray Vaughn, which you didn't even really decisively.
Shout out to Joey. All American was a great album, though.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. He's not
He
whack.
used to
He's not whack at all.
Great projects, but like drop.
That's what I'm saying. That's
He's
what's
more
gonna
focused on acting now. That's simple.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's where his mind at now.
That's where his mind is at. So it's like you ain't gonna be talking about him 2 years ago in this capacity. You're talking about him. You're probably not gonna do no music reviews about him in 2 years. He has to be consistent with it. And nah, that's not the energy that he has out here in New York at all. He's not whack at all.
Y'all are way more focused on the Knicks than Joey Badword right now. Bro's last album was 2022. Like, get up.
I don't think anybody's the king of New York right now so far. I ain't gonna lie, your man, as crazy as it sounds, your man P. Diddy, he's running the city right now.
Damn.
Real shit. I'm telling you, bro, it's not even no funny shit. No funny shit.
I thought that would have at least went to Hove.
All the focus is on Diddy right now. To the point where a lot of people in the industry that y'all like, you notice they not putting no shit out like that, right?
Scary hours.
You notice that, right?
Yeah, they don't want that attention.
They don't want that attention. It's certain things that they can't say that a lot of people's gonna be like, wait. You can't talk because your ass was with your man Diddy.
Are you fucking serious?
It was really interesting to me. It did feel like shortly after Ray Vaughn dropped this track, GoldenEye, and a lot of the track was talking about Joey's affiliation with Diddy, and then the beef ended within a day or two. Shortly after that,
there you go.
They're like, all right. Let's wrap it up.
Yep. The only people that could possibly make noise right now in New York is probably someone that's probably 18, 19, 20 that has no affiliation with Diddy, to be honest with you. But anybody that has affiliation with him, and I'm talking about even legends right now, yeah. It just is what it is. People don't want to say it, but it is what it is.
Diddy's cooked, brother.
Yeah. It is what it is.
I think it's up for him. I think his time has come.
Did you hear what this man's lawyer said? We're not on trial for him domestically assaulting Cassie. We're on trial for the freak offs.
That's wild. That's
wild.
Like,
awful choices to be stuck between. That's a rock and a Diddy place. You hate to hear it.
But no, I mean Joey B, man. Joey B, you know, I think him taking shots at Kendrick was him trying to put his
Kendrick, please.
Yeah, I think he was trying to put his name back in the pot, and it was like Kendrick was like, just send one of the D-list goons to get him.
Ray Vaughn rapped on one of his tracks saying that because Joey dissed Ray by saying like, you don't even know Kendrick, you don't even have his number.
Damn.
And then Ray Vaughn said he's the one that ordered the hit, basically saying like that Kendrick gave him like permission or like encouraged him to do this, which was actually a little bit of a self diss because Joey wants Kendrick, and Kendrick's response is like, Can you take care of that?
He signed my permission slip.
It's like I don't really know. Like it feels like Joey baited him and he fell for it. He was like, no. Kendrick and I are very good friends actually. He's been very motivating. It's like, all right, bro, you gotta loosen the plot.
Yeah.
But I mean, Ray Vaughn dropped good tracks, which is what matters at the end of the day. And he just came out with a project that's really good. Good, bad, dollar menu. Like that shit is fire.
I feel
TDE knows how to find talent. I'll tell you that.
I'll tell you this though. If the Knicks take this all the way, the West Coast is cooked. Kendrick's run is done. All the Kendrick hype and talk is done.
Downfall of Kendrick. The
New York is gonna be like, yeah, y'all can have that rap shit, but
think about it. Think about it. When they go to interview them after the Knicks win the ship, they gonna be like, "Bing bong, Kendrick fucking sucks." You know, Joey Badass king hip hop. Blah 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 blah.
No, actually, no. It would be so.
New York Yankees is next. Like,
my dad's been a diehard Knicks fan his whole life, and I know that this has been like the most stressful month of his life.
Keep coming up short, man.
The Timberwolves relying on Julius Randle to save them is giving me it's a little vicarious embarrassment.
Well, let me ask y'all this: if the Knicks go and the OKC beats T-Wolves, knocks them out, boom, slap, that's done. Who y'all think's winning between the Knicks and OKC?
If OKC gets through this round, they're winning the chip. I think they smoke whoever comes out of the East. I think this is
the MVP and the finals in the same year. Usually they don't do that.
It's hard to root for the Knicks. It's hard to root for the Knicks. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've gotten disappointed plenty of times, so I will lean towards OKC even before.
Damn.
Yeah, dead serious.
Even from being from New York,
they're gonna run you out of town, man.
Damn.
You got. That's why I tell people it's a difference between like knowing about it and actually feeling the letdown. You know what I'm saying? It's a big difference. That letdown is something serious. Yeah. You got to understand. We had we had John Starks go 2 for 18 in the NBA Finals, Game 7, right? When they were supposed to win.
Yeah.
We had stupid Patrick Ewing do a finger roll instead of dunk the ball, which caused the Indiana Pacers to move on to the next round.
Are you fucking serious?
You understand what I'm saying? Like, and I got more, but I'm just saying, like, the letdowns is crazy. It's
Patrick
hard
Ewing
to root
finger
for the
roll
Knicks,
yo.
So you're saying it's hard to root for him because of dumb decision making?
I swear to God, you are so right about that. And you know what's so crazy? It doesn't even matter the roster. That's my whole point. All of that happened damn near 30 years, plus ago. And I'm sitting there talking about the New York Knicks. It's the roster.
I call it the Carmelo effect.
The Carmelo effect. Drop a bomb. And Carmelo ain't making any better when he came with the Knicks either. I don't know what the hype was for myself. I never bought into
Well, hold on. Hold on. Carmelo was good. Carmelo was good. I like Knicks? Carmelo with the Knicks. I mean, he made dumb decisions, but I still like the way that he, still a spot up shooter.
His superpowers got neutralized come playoff time though. Like, and that's what really matters.
That's what I hate. I hate when, no offense, Derapy or Derek, but I hate when we do that. Like we say, oh well, regular season they were goated, or not even goated. Regular season they were good, but here they go playoffs. And I know it matters in the playoffs. That's truly where it matters.
That's where legends are made. Though.
I know, but it's like
that's what separates the very good from the great.
Well, okay, so because LeBron hasn't made a fucking playoff since the bubble, or a fucking championship win since the fucking bubble, can we say LeBron's not really that good? I mean, I know
he performs exceptionally well,
but he hasn't been good for the last 5 years. Let's be real.
That's a fact. I've been saying that.
Define good. He's an all NBA level player. What do we be specific?
Not efficient. Doesn't play defense.
Well, I was gonna say. I'm not taking away from the fact that he's a good player. I'm just saying, like, you expect LeBron to step in and be the Superman of the team, and he's really.
That question,
but that's the agenda he pushes, though.
That question must be for Derapy, right? Because we know Lobo. There's nothing he's never going to say anything good about LeBron.
No, I ain't trying to hear that. But I ain't trying to hear that.
Melo's not in the same country as LeBron when it comes to legacy status. My point is,
my argument was we cannot sit up here and say that oh, well, because they didn't perform in the playoffs, they're horrible players. All of a
Oh
sudden.
no.
I mean, Melo was good. Melo was good at the Knicks.
He was a fantastic
He
player.
made stupid fucking decisions.
And he's just like the people of New York, the New York Knicks fans. They want somebody that's gonna take them back, and Carmelo just wasn't that guy. And right now, it looks like Brunson might be. So, if Brunson,
You know what the problem
if they
between
get to the
Melo and Brunson was? Do you know what the problem is? Brunson doesn't run his mouth. Melo ran his mouth and got in trouble because of that shit.
Yeah, he's a
That's a fact. That's a fact. Now let me ask all you guys a question then, because to me maybe I can never understand it, and I don't know. Maybe you. Okay, let me just get straight to the point. You got regular season and you got playoffs, right? Now this is all right. Let's just stick with basketball since we're talking about basketball. What is the real difference between that? Now I say this because as somebody that played it, the rules are the same. The game is the same. Growing up, this is just me growing up. I never understood, right? On real basketball, if it's real, I never understood, even in football, the difference between a regular game, season game, and playoffs. It's the same.
I think it's the pressure that teams feel, but I agree with I get where you're coming from.
You get what I'm saying, right? Because I never understood it. I'm like, it's the same thing.
What is the determining factor for
exactly?
Other than the pressure of like the playoffs, like, oh man, we got to get to the championship.
It's really,
because players just don't lose their groove
just like that
regular season to playoffs.
It's three main things. One, it's the presence of the fans and the intensity in which they cheer and jeer. During your average regular season game, probably not going to be sold out. Probably not going to be that loud unless something really great is happening. In the playoffs, almost all games are sold out and every game is extremely consequential. Also, there's the psychological aspect of it because most people, let's be real, are not watching game 17 of the regular season, especially if it's on League Pass or some shit. Almost all playoff games are nationally televised, especially in the semifinals, conference finals, and NBA finals. So then there's the psychological pressure of like, oh, these games, if we lose them, it gets closer to the end of our season, right? No matter how bad you get cooked in a game that happens in November, nobody cares because we're still watching football. A lot of people are. But when we get into the playoff season, all eyes are on you. Nationally televised games, more fans at the games, and it puts you in those like legacy conversations, you know? Like that's what separates
back off of that. Yeah, like it's a more microscopic game. You're under a bigger, I guess, microscope.
Exactly. Yeah. So the lights are truly bright.
But that's what you
Freddy said.
Okay, I'm glad y'all said that.
When you play the same team back to back, coaches are gonna have a much more established game plan. You have more film on it. You have to make different adjustments.
Okay.
Your lineup's gonna be shorter. The number of players in your rotation might be 12 in the regular season. Now it's cut down to 8.
And last point, really quick on that. This is why I knew that Austin Reeves wasn't that good. Because you can drop 30 points, 35 points, 40 points on a team that just came from a back-to-back from across the country because they didn't game plan for you because you're the third best player on the team. But in a series, when you play the same team every other day and they get the game plan just for you, that's when people get exposed. That's
so check this out. Check this out. I got something for y'all. That's some good answers. Now watch this though. Now watch this. No, watch this. So now I'm gonna ask you a question. Do y'all believe that even in the chat too? Do you guys believe that the playoffs is more important than the season? Yes or no? Watch this. Yes or no? Y'all can answer it. Yeah.
Yeah. 1,000%.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. So then check this out. So why are certain players who always flop in the playoffs do they get bigger contracts?
Bigger stage, bigger draw, like pro wrestling. Simple. You're a main eventer. You go from say a jobber to the mid card to the main event, and they're like,
that's my thing though. If they, my fault, Freddy. I got you. I just wanted to know, but my thing is this though. If they keep flopping, and this is a general question for everybody, not even just y'all. If they keep flopping and the playoffs is more important, why is it that such and such players, you can insert his name out of basketball, football, whoever you think of, why is it that they actually get bigger contracts when they fuck up in the playoffs year after year?
Because they putting people over like pro wrestling yet again.
Prime example of that. Why is his name blanking? Fuck.
It's crazy, right?
A lot of revenues based on
No,
season ticket holders.
his name's at the tip of my tongue. How am I forgetting his name?
Basketball, football.
In general, both of them.
He smacked the shit out of Jordan Poole. Why am I forgetting his name?
Draymond?
Draymond Green.
Green?
That's who it is. Yeah, it was on the tip of my tongue. Draymond Green, prime example of that. He is an egregious player. like he is horrible. And I mean, he did it in the playoffs with Tex and all these fouls. Yet he will come back with a bigger contract whenever his time is up. You know, it comes up for renewing his contract. He will get a bigger contract. We saw that throughout Golden State's reign.
Can I ask you a question? Well, like a lot of games that they flopped, do you think Draymond Green was the? Okay, yes, was he to blame on a lot of games that they flopped?
100%.
Damn, Jesus. Sheesh. Okay.
I mean, there were times where Steph would have to pull this man to the side and be like, "Hey, can you chill the fuck out?" Like, for real.
Shit. Okay.
Yeah.
He's the one of the reasons why. I mean, other than the administration, was one of the reasons why
Kevin Durant left.
Kevin Durant left. Yeah,
Called him a bitch.
and I'm pretty sure he was one of the reasons why, you know, Clay kind of got tired of that shit. Other than the administration also being like, "We don't need you here anymore." But I mean, Clay wasn't feeling it there either. I mean, let's just be real.
It's kind of wild that like nobody's a bigger Draymond Green hater as far as basketball stuff than me. But also he also seems like kind of a piece of shit off the court too. But that's besides the point.
But I want to go.
He's about to go ahead.
I want to go back to your question, Bfyre, when you said, "Is this regular season as important as the playoffs?" Right?
Yes.
Most of us would say yes. Playoffs are more important. That's a given. But let me play devil's advocate here. I think the season is just as important because without you doing good in the season, you don't get to the playoffs.
That's what I wanted to hear. That's what I was waiting to hear.
The league's just having a hard time getting the players to take the regular season seriously.
Like, let's be real. LeBron pulled strings to get Luka to come to the Lakers because he thought he was going to get a ring off of Luka. Let's be real.
There was this press conference that he did where they were asking about his opinion on getting bigs, and he said the last person that asked about that got like kicked out of here, and it was kind of like tongue in cheek. It's kind of a crazy thing to say, but to me, it kind of made me think that maybe he actually didn't have anything to do with it. Like, I thought that him and AD were on good terms. It kind of shocks me that he would. You
saw that RDC skit where he was like, "Oh man, AD, yeah." He's like, "Man, get him the fuck up out of here. First plane out of here."
But it would be kind of crazy if if he did want him out of there and then they got cooked because they didn't have a big man. It's like, I don't know.
They almost got one. Remember, they tried to trade.
They did try to get one. I still don't really understand how that didn't work out.
Look what happened. They got killed by.
He tweeted a smiley face after they got cooked in 5. That was pretty funny.
I mean, I'm just saying, regular season is just important as playoffs. But
Somebody should tell the players.
I felt like the Lakers knew that their season was in jeopardy. You know.
Okay.
You could argue they actually didn't get better after the trade.
Yeah, and that's what I'm getting at.
Funny.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. But but to answer your question, Bfyre, that's what I think. I think the normal season is just as and to say to y'all three, like, I know y'all say like, "Oh man, well, you're under a bigger microscope, all this shit," right? Isn't that what media training's for? Isn't that what, just there's other things that go into basketball than just showing up and practicing. Like, I'm pretty sure there's outside like media training. There's outside like, hey, like, we're going to coach you guys on how to deal with this pressure. You know,
Uh-huh.
some players get it, some players don't. But you're not going to sit up here and tell me a whole team flops.
You can't practice being in the conference finals if you've never been there.
I think you college career.
You don't know how you're gonna feel until you're actually there.
High school games, college games. Like I'm talking like playoffs. I mean, even NBA. Not everybody's gonna see a playoff in the NBA, but at some level, you have some type of callus in your mind. Like, okay, like we're gonna be the spotlight. We're gonna be the front of the stage. Maybe you know what I'm saying? Like if you played regional playing football, soccer, any major sport that you played, you know, whatever it is, you're going to get fans that come out, cheer you, and you're gonna adapt is what I'm saying to your surroundings.
No, I get it. I get it.
I don't think a high school state championship prepares you for the Final Four, but like I recognize.
No, I'm saying, but it's levels to it. Like you know, you climb.
I think it's purely based on the individual. I don't think any amount of like preparation or experience can like fundamentally change how you personally deal with pressure. I think that's just like a individual basis type thing. Like Anthony Edwards comes off as the most confident person ever, and then he faces the Thunder and he's like, sometimes they're pressing me and I just didn't know what to do. I just threw the ball away. It's like, you can put on a front like you're that guy and you can go out and perform as if you are, but when you're in an unfamiliar situation with stakes that are higher than you've ever had them before, you're just gonna look and act different. Like Tatum in the finals. Like, he's had you know how many times he's been to the finals, conference finals, played against LeBron? And then when he's actually in the finals and he's supposed to be that guy, all of a sudden Jaylen Brown has to come and save him.
Are you fucking serious?
He's been in big games before. But he just got shook. He got scared. Sometimes you're either that guy or you're not.
Okay. I mean, I can accept that explanation.
It's just weird when it happens. You know,
yeah.
That's what I'm getting at. It's so weird when it happens, though. It's like you're not better trained for this shit. Like
that. No lie, that was my first indication of when I started to turn. Like you know, when I started to look at sports as a whole as some weird shit. That was the very first clue, right there. You know, there's plenty of things that we've been speaking about for these last couple years, but like that right there was the first indication of nobody's perfect. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that you got to be perfect, but it's just you just know when to cut it off at the right time. You know what I'm saying? Like you just know when to be horrible at the right time.
I'm glad you said that because Kevin Durant is the best at missing shots on purpose. If you ever see him in the playoffs missing a shot and he does that little hit trick, he's gonna miss it every time, and it's usually a routine shot that he makes.
Yep. You just happen to know when to suck conveniently, right?
Yeah, some of them it does seem like there are definitely different stakes at play. There are definitely different.
Josh Hart tripping for one.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just when it happens, bro.
All I'm gonna say is it's a lot easier to fix something in the NBA than it is in the NFL. It's like very easy to miss a jump shot. It's very easy to miss a free throw. Like when we talk about what happened with the Knicks and the Pacers, they were like, Cat's a 90% free throw shooter, and he missed. And OG Anunoby's an 84% free throw shooter, and he missed. And Jalen Brunson, the clutch player of the year, had more turnovers this game than he did in any game this entire year. How do you explain that? And then and then everybody's like, I don't know. There are certain things that you're simply not allowed to say on a national broadcast.
Exactly.
But it's crazy to like pose that rhetorical question to other people whose job it is to answer the question, and then they're just like, so then we gotta come on YouTube and be like, maybe they weren't supposed to win.
Exactly. There you go.
Yeah, Charles Barkley had an interesting quote. I think during the semis, he was talking about in order for a team to come back, in order to blow a lead, you have to allow the team to come back. His exact words.
Yeah.
That's a crazy.
Facts. That's a fact.
They blew that second 20-point lead. You have to do everything in your power. The Knicks did everything.
I do
Earn it.
find the conversations fascinating. Every morning when these dudes wake up, these dudes that get paid to talk about sports for a living, they wake up after a blown lead and they're like, "Did they win the game or did this team lose the game?"
Yeah, I
For
can't
me,
stand
it's
shit like that.
What?
I can't stand it.
Yeah,
What are you
exactly.
talking about, bro?
Come on, I don't even. What do you want me to say to that?
Because they're not allowed they're not allowed to say what they're not allowed to say what the thing that we say. They're not allowed to say it, bro.
One time,
just is
one
what it
Maybe
is.
you gotta
time
hurry back home to roast
they
the guy he's arguing with on Twitter.
they accidentally fucked up and they asked the player that after the game. They were like, "Do you think that they won the game or do you think you guys lost?" And he was like, "Nigga, do you think we're trying to lose?"
Like,
And the reporter was like, "You know what? I don't even know why I asked."
you don't know what to say.
Yeah, the Knicks lost it. To blow a lead, you have to stop scoring. It's not about the other team scoring. Everybody scores. It's a basketball game. So, like, if you have a lead, if you're up by like 10, 15, 17, there's like 2-3 minutes left, you have to be like, "All right, guys, we're only taking the worst shots from here on out."
I mean,
Like, if y'all really cared about holding the lead, you would script
So,
plays.
y'all not
pun
gonna-
intended. You
y'all
would
not
literally
gonna blame
draw up a
fatigue?
play. Like, if
Say that
people
again?
are tired, let the other people that aren't tired shoot.
that's what I'm saying. So y'all not gonna blame fatigue. You're not gonna blame coaching. You're gonna immediately say like, "Hey, they're obviously doing some shit out here."
There's multiple
To
moving
not-
parts. Coaches play a role too by not making adjustments when they should.
That's
having
a fact.
players out at certain points, like you know you about to go to the free throw line, but for some reason your worst free throw shooter is just out on the court.
If we can see how
That's a
tired the
fact.
players
Very
are,
obvious
I
thing.
promise the coach can too, and they're actively choosing to not make an executive decision when
Yeah.
it's literally their job.
On purpose.
I'm not saying it's every time somebody blows a lead, it's because the team, the fix was in, but sometimes it's a little more obvious than other times. Sometimes you can see a team trying and they're missing shots. Other times, if you're turning the ball over, if you're missing free throws, and if you're screwing up inbound plays, as if you don't have multiple coaches that draw up inbound plays for those exact situations, it's like the easy thing to do is just be like, "Well, they just didn't hustle hard enough," or they're literally not drawing up the plays. They're literally missing the free throws.
I'm telling you, bro, it's a fact, man. Yeah. Man, listen, man. Yo, we've all been there. We want to believe some of that shit be fucking real. People, nobody's perfect. I always like saying that. But it's
I really
out.
didn't have any suspicions about the Knicks and Pacers game at all until that shot. And then when I looked back at the stats and I saw like the missed free throws and I looked at the percentages, I was like, either literally everybody choked at the same time.
Yeah, I was
or
gonna say.
something goofy.
I was gonna say, D, that comeback didn't look kind of suspect to you when they was up 15-16. Like that ain't look suspect.
It was uncharacteristic for the Knicks, but I didn't find it unreasonable until the shot. I was just like, all right, bro.
Even when Neesmith had 6 straight threes,
That
Yeah.
was players get hot sometimes.
niggas.
No, but pay attention to how they just was letting the man go off.
Yeah, but he of all people, like you would usually expect that to be Halliburton. It was kind of weird that
Not 6
him
in a
of all
row in the
people-
fourth. Hell no.
Yeah,
I don't give a
six
fuck who
in
you
the
are.
fourth is ridiculous. To be fair,
I say this realistically, if you're trying to win the game, you know what you do? You hold the goddamn ball and you shoot it when you only have about 3 seconds left. If
Yeah.
you do that every possession,
take
see what I'm
longer
saying?
possessions. Yeah, like just run
Exact
down
clock,
the shot.
exactly.
if you technically want to win the game, this is why I always go back to my one thing that I always say. There's no way it could be 100% real and you entertain the fans at the same time. There's no such thing. It can't be done. It's impossible. Because if I want to win the game, I'm tuning out the fans. Forget about who's watching the game. Forget about who's in these stands. We want to win the game. The best way to win the game, we're going to hold the ball and dribble this shit and run the clock out. It just is what it is. If you want to win the game, to be technical. But if we just hurry it up, rushing to shoot the ball, and we're the one that's up 16, 15, that's a little suspect right there. right? It can't be done. You can't entertain
That was all
and
wrong.
want to win the game at the same time. There's no way it could be done.
Because I mean, think about it. It's a shit you learn in middle school. It's not like it's rocket science.
Yeah.
Like same with football with the Falcons. It doesn't take an offensive coordinator guru like Shanahan to know. Maybe I shouldn't run 6 running plays in the second half when I'm up 28-3.
Come on now.
Yeah.
You run the goddamn clock out to be technical if you're supposed to win the game.
Yeah, but that would be a bad product.
Thank you.
This is not a good TV
Thank
show.
you about that. Thank you. See, people, y'all understand when we break it down for y'all. You understand where we're coming from when we say the things that we say.
Yeah.
Nobody's trying to be conspiracy theorists. For those that's watching out there, right? You have to understand it. You have to put yourself in that mindset. That's all I wanted to say.
Damn, man.
I'm not gonna lie. I think the Thunder might have it.
82-67 is crazy.
Yeah. I was just thinking the same thing. If we go to the fourth quarter up 15, I might be good. Yo, I tried to watch that. I tried to watch that Weekend movie today.
I'm about to.
It was one of the worst things I've ever seen. I'm not gonna lie.
Is it that bad?
It is that bad. It is that bad.
Damn.
Literally, the entire movie is The Weeknd crying over his ex. I'm not. Everything I'm about to say is true. The entire movie, he is crying over his ex.
You see that, Lobo? He waited till we get on the live stream to say something about the movie that I was talking about, bro.
The entire movie is him
You
crying
see
over
that,
his
bro?
ex. He performs like 2 or 3 shows, and when he's doing the performances, he's literally performing
I got his
entire
ass.
songs.
I'm gonna mention this on the live stream.
Entire songs from the new album. At one point, he plays a quote-unquote unreleased song. It's literally a song from the album. It's not unreleased. It came out months ago. There's a point where he sings the song. He plays the recording for the song.
And then
the girl
Jenna
he's with
Ortega
sings the
sings
song.
it.
Then later, Fred, I'm gonna say this because you've seen the movie. When she's standing over him, and she has that when he started, I walked out of the theater.
Really?
Yeah, I walked out. I was like, I burst out laughing and I left. I walked out of the theater laughing. I don't even know what happened the rest of the movie. I don't care. The movie is not good. There's no characters in the movie. There's The Weeknd doing a fictional portrayal of The Week himself. There's his tour manager who I don't even know what his name is. All he does is do drugs and drink and tell The Weeknd, you gotta perform, man. I need you. Do it for me. And then there's Jenna Ortega, who's a super fan. She has no personality. She has no backstory. Yeah. Nothing. Yeah. At one point, she exposits the backstory. She's just like, this happened to my mom. This happened to my dad. And I had to leave them. I burned the house down. That's it. She has no character. There is a point in the movie. This is the last thing, because I know I'm yapping. There is a point in the movie, I shit you not, where Jenna Ortega is literally just playing Weeknd songs to The Weeknd and explaining to the audience.
I'm not gonna lie, that was
why
weird,
they're deep.
But yeah,
she's like, "Here's Blinding Lights." Da, 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 da. They play the entire song. And she's just dancing to it.
That was weird.
Blinding Lights is actually about heartbreak and separation. It's not just a party song. What
no shit.
Are we doing? What are we doing? That goes on for like 20 minutes. It's the worst shit I've ever seen. Don't go see it. There's your review.
Spoiler alert.
Sorry.
Nah,
spoiler alert.
Bad, too.
So
I'm gonna drop a whole review on it tomorrow because I'm still upset about it.
But you see that, Lobo? He couldn't have said that in the text. He just had to. He had to come on here and
you
show
think
his
I'm gonna
ass.
type all that?
Voice to text.
Nah, I'm gonna save it all for the content.
He's like, nah, I'm gonna get him on stream, and I'm whooping feet on his ass.
Look, if you like the movie, I'm glad you like the movie. I'm glad you don't feel like your time was wasted. And mine wasn't either. It was.
No, I'm just saying I got tired of social media saying they made fun of the dude in his veneers, which he has some big ass horse teeth.
The Weeknd got the moves or what? I'm confused.
The Weeknd.
You know what's so funny? The entire movie, I didn't really think about that. There was a point where he was smiling
and it's really uncanny.
And
but
it's like, yeah, it doesn't look natural at all. I was just like,
but
he's not kind of big.
I've just felt like a lot of people dissed him because of the veneers, and I was like, the movie has a little bit more sustenance than that.
Yeah, it's just The Weeknd trying to tell you that his music is deep, and he's a sad rich person, and that shit is weak, and I don't care. My music's so much deeper than you guys understand. It's like, bro, you literally have $1 billion. Like, what more do you want? It's so insecure and pathetic. He's like, yeah, I know that you all love me, but are you really listening to the lyrics? And it's like, what do you want me to do? Do I listen to the music? I'm at the movie. He's like, no, but you're not really feeling it. Fuck you, man.
Can we talk about something real quick?
Sure.
SGA, 28 points. 10 for 15 field goals, 7 out of 7.
I think we did it.
A. Edwards, 22 points, field goals, 8 for 19.
Uh-oh.
What are we doing, Ant?
SGA is better than him. It's not that complicated.
I know. Well, hold on. Well, I wouldn't.
Yeah, it's okay. You can admit it. It's fine.
Shut up.
Oh God. Okay. Anyway, what you about to say, Fred?
I'm just. I wonder what the fuck's going on.
Fred, if you were gonna bet money on a basketball game, you could have just asked your friends first. I would have told you not to blow. Like, come on. Did you see the line for the game?
I feel like Ant's a clutch player, though. I really do feel like Ant's a clutch player. You can look at me sideways all you want, but I feel like he's got that dog in him, man.
It's not that. It's the fact this is a business. At the end of the day. Like B just said, it's a business. Yeah.
SGA, a damn Canadian.
He's just got the MVP, so if you're looking at it from a narrative perspective, they gotta justify giving him that award since it's so controversial. Also,
he's from the 6.
What the fuck is
most hated? He's from the 6.
What is up with Shams announcing the MVP 3 hours before the NBA does? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, who does that benefit? What's the point? He's a jerk.
SGA doesn't have a personality either.
Nope.
He seems like a nice dude. He's definitely not as
Like,
charismatic as
what do you
him,
mean
yeah.
by SGA doesn't have a personality either?
I kind of get what they say. He's not super animated, but I mean, there's worse.
You should see him after he wins games.
Shit, either it's Kyrie, and all he had was the damn Cavs chip from LeBron.
I think there's
Bro.
levels to the personality. Like the worst was San Antonio Spurs Kawhi. That's like nobody. You don't-
Kyrie is very personable.
Oh, shit.
Like, he just finds everyone annoying, though. Like, y'all just keep bothering him. He's actually a really nice guy. Y'all just keep pissing him off.
Dude on the team. Like, apparently he's the real fun guy. Shit is actually true, so they say. I know his personality changed a lot more.
You know what?
From the Spurs to the Raptors and to the Clippers.
Speaking of Kyrie, I need to see him make a championship run before he gets up out of the NBA.
He done with his ass.
Nah, yeah, he's done.
That
I'm
shit
sorry.
for 2020, they done.
No, don't do that. Don't do
That's what it is.
Kyrie feels like a one-off, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I feel like a one-off.
LeBron carried him.
Yeah. I feel like it was a one-off shit for him.
Hey, no. When Luka and him was at Dallas, that could have been something right there.
Coulda,
And
woulda,
they
shoulda.
immediately got rid of that. You noticed that. They immediately got rid of that.
Imagine getting to the finals and they're like, yeah, not good enough, buddy. Yeah, I know you averaged 39-9, but get your fat ass out of here. It's crazy.
Said Tim Duncan didn't have a personality either, and he had 5 chips. He was also never the face of the league for a reason.
That's
But
what I-
it's true.
right,
He is one of
Right.
the best to do it for sure, but they were not gonna be like
Tim Duncan's my guy, but
right there.
Also,
That
he
nigga
wasn't
not
even
gonna
like, he had other stars on the team.
I'm gonna
that
be
were more
honest.
personable.
Tim Duncan was not in people's top 5 at that time. Let's be real.
That's
Tim
why-
Duncan. Now looking back,
Yeah.
Tim Duncan. Hell yeah, Tim Duncan was goated. I don't care what y'all
Yeah,
say.
he's-
Well, I won't say goated, but he was.
He's
He was.
mad
He was.
underrated.
He was a fucking
greatest power forward of all
beast
time.
of a player. Beast of a player.
Well, gang, we up 20 going into the 4th. I'm gonna call it, but y'all be easy.
This game is over, yo.
Yeah. Appreciate y'all.
This ain't the Knicks and Pacers where that shit might come back now.
Yeah, it ain't one of those. This shit ass.
I'm calling it right. Yeah, I'm calling it right now. I mean, I think it's.
What?
I think y'all might be right. We might be going into a OKC Knicks, championship.
Okay,
But-
see, Knicks. Ooh.
At least they got the big market covered for sure to compensate for the smaller market team. But I don't know.
That'd be crazy.
I don't
You know what I also think really fucked
games
the Lakers in kind of their run, Bronny.
because it could have been somebody else.
Yeah, I do.
Oh,
believe
what
that.
really hurt them was not playing Dalton Connect in the playoffs. They played Austin Reed. They played the wrong white boy. They should have been playing Dalton. If they wanted them shots made, that's who they should have put in.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Damn, bro.
Like the damn video. Yeah, damn right. Shout out Derapy, by the way. I don't know who did you say you had winning this shit? The whole thing, B and Fred.
Oh, me? I don't know who's gonna win it, bro. I can't.
So-
I ain't gonna lie. I don't have that answer until the NBA Finals happen.
Now, I'm putting you on the spot. Out of the teams playing right now, as it stands right now.
Are we talking about when playoffs first started, or are we talking about from here out?
right now? As it
Shit.
stands right now.
When this series started, I'm gonna be real with you. I had Pacers and T Wolves.
Pacers, T-Wolves.
Shit.
But I already told you in text I didn't fucking like the Knicks because I felt like their fans are so toxic. No offense, Bfyre, but
I'm not a Nick fan.
but
I'm just from there.
I just felt like, the Knicks have a really toxic fan base, and that's why I was like, I would rather see the Pacers go to the finals and face off against the T-Wolves, because to be really honest with you, I didn't think OKC had it in them with them, with them being good in the regular season. I was like, they don't have that dog in them to go all the way in the playoffs. That was my take, because I was like, this is a completely new team. Like, they're young. They don't have the attitude to get there, but they've proved me wrong. So, I mean, just off tonight alone, they're proving me wrong. So,
This is the full-fledged youth movement, right?
I thought Anthony Edwards was going to come back this season, go to the playoffs, and say, we got robbed last season. We coming back for it.
That would be nice. I'm not ruling out that Minnesota, New York thing at all, especially since the WNBA did it and the NBA owns the WNBA.
Right. That's what I want to see.
I would be shocked.
I want to see that. That's what I want to see.
This is Adam Silver. He always fucks up a good possibility of anything. Anytime things seem to be going right, when it matters the most, let's find a way to fuck it up.
Yeah.
Nuggets in Heat in the finals. Ain't nobody was trying to see that shit. Suns and Bucks, sure. People like Giannis, but the Suns, bro, really? Were we really trying to see the Suns? For real? No.
That's
Oh,
a fact.
The Suns have 2 years good run, man. And then it went downhill from there, because I feel like Devin Booker's head got way too fucking big. He thought can nobody guard him. He got exposed.
I remember he was playing a pickup game one time and he was complaining they were double teaming him. Like,
a couple years ago, right?
Yeah, it was a pickup game during the summer, and it's like, nigga, you playing the NBA and you complain about being double teamed?
That's shit like that,
Like, give me a break, bro.
Booker also had a mouth that he would cash that he couldn't,
He could write.
he could write a check for it but couldn't cash,
Yeah.
So, and he got exposed real quick, and they saw the holes in Booker.
No, I was watching Jeff Teague's podcast the other day. They were talking about the foul call. They were actually talking about SGA flopping and stuff after game one. And Jeff brought up a point about why the league don't fuck with Trae Young, and I've noticed this for a minute. He done been snubbed for All-Stars 2-3 times now. The Hawks always just missed the playoffs. He had that one run against the Knicks, and they made it to the ECF, but they don't fuck with him. He don't get the same flopping calls because he do that flopping shit like SGA. He don't get them same calls no more because he get a lot of texts, and he be talking a lot of shit to the refs. SGA don't talk shit to the refs like that, as far as I know. Those they switched on Luka too. He started talking to the refs because he thought he was on his LeBron shit. And they're like, "Nah, we don't fuck with you like that, bro."
E Montana says, "Did y'all know since 2018 all the MVPs have been from overseas and not in America? Not sure what the
Exactly.
Yeah.
Can I just and I want to caveat off that. I honestly think, and not trying to be weird here, but I honestly think it's because, let's be real, like the league used to be run by us, like,
Yes.
and I
No,
feel like
that's
now,
true.
and I feel like now we just kind of got comfortable a little bit. Whereas these Europeans, they've been putting in the work. Let's be real.
I mean, there's part of it they
But
play.
then there's also Adam, who is probably also pulling strings to get the best of the best over here and expose the black community. I feel like
That's how I feel. That's how I feel.
The AAU system is part of the blame too. That shit is turning to big business. It's turning damn near
but
NIL in college basketball. So.
I've been saying Adam's a little evil for the NBA, and we Adam. I'm not gonna say that on the lot. Yeah, I'm gonna just stop right there. So that man's got too much strings. I don't want to say nothing about him. So. That man is. I feel like his agenda is weird. So
it is to make the European players the face of the league some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
That's it. There you go. They'll get one-off championships, aka a Giannis,
Joker.
Joker. They'll sprinkle in that for a little bit, but that's not gonna last for. That's not gonna be forever, bro. They're gonna change it right back to. You know what? I'm gonna shut my mouth because I don't even want to go there. I don't want to go there. I don't want to touch that.
You see what I'm saying? That's why
yes,
I'm not.
I know what it is.
Too much on it.
Yeah,
you know what it is. I know what it is. We all know what it is.
I'm gonna shut up. Yeah, because I don't know how to say things in a. I'm gonna shut up.
Yeah,
I know what you're saying.
yeah, I know what it is.
Well, he said American players are taught to cheat the game more than how to play it.
Yeah.
Julius Randle is back to his original playoff performance. That's good and all, but he's still getting exposed by the Thunder right now.
Original playoff performance.
That's the reason why I have too many thoughts on these games. No, I'm following these games, but as far as anyone asking me who I think gonna win these, I cannot even say anything about this West series. I don't know. I can't. I do not like how this West matchup is, to be honest with you. It's boring, to be quite frank.
KG didn't get a ring till he joined a super team, and Duncan joined the Adidas after 2 chips. That the Spurs became a team push rather than Duncan as the face. Well, KG going to get a ring was the obvious.
Boston won a super team either.
That was obvious. If you thought KD joined the Warriors for any other reason, I don't know what to tell you. But
he said KG, not KD.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah,
KG. Okay, my bad, Foolie. My bad. I misread that. So.
Ray Allen was past his prime. That was not a super team. Even if they were the big three. Said they praying on Cooper Flag to be the American Great White Hope. Oh, yeah, for sure. I don't think it's going to happen, though. They got that.
I was going to say that.
Dude over there in San Antonio, that's the one. That's the one I'm looking at.
He would have to be athletic, people. People don't understand that. You would have, in order to be like a face, you have to have some type of athleticism to you. It just is what it is. It's not my opinion.
That's true.
Yeah,
You
not
gotta
my
feel like a
opinion.
superhero. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just pay attention to those that can do acrobatic moves. They can do it nice and flawless, and it's Jordan, Kobe. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not gonna forget it. Yeah, it is.
Boy Jordan,
I
Dr.
mean, Jordan,
J, yeah,
Kobe.
LeBron, known for the
LeBron.
tomahawk dunk.
Yeah.
Now,
I mean, even Harden, man.
That's what I'm
He's-
saying. You have to have
Yeah,
an
yeah.
athleticism.
I know
too,
we say with Harden, but he is still getting deals. He is still like one of the main spotlight players of the NBA for a reason because of that athleticism and like Bfyre said, all that trickery shit he does when he's on the court. You know, that's why he's got big names calling him.
Yeah. You know one player who is not black that I think he was ahead of his prime. That I think today, if he was to come in the league today, they would have pushed him, not to be the best on anything, but they would have definitely pushed him. It's
Pete
Jason
Maravich.
Williams.
I would have said Pete Maravich.
No, that too, yeah.
Jason with white chocolate though, yeah.
Jason Williams would have fit perfect today coming in the draft. It would have been insane. He's athletic.
Yeah, like Kyrie Irving, exactly.
Yeah, there you go. He's athletic. It would have worked perfect with today.
I swear every time I see this name, I think it's Shams every single time. The Dallas traded one white boy for another. They always got white boys. If you notice, going back to Dallas, they had Dirk and Steve Nash. And after that, it was just Dirk, and then it was Luka and Porzingis. And then he gone, and now it's gonna be Cooper Flag. They always got a white boy. That's Texas.
Man, Dirk used to walk in with them fire plates. His wife used to get them. Oof. Them mugs would have me hungry. Them mugs would have me hungry.
When you think of Dallas, you think of Dirk. That's his shit. Dallas is his shit.
I remember they used to have his fadeaway jumper like silhouette on the court, kind of like they do the Jerry West logo. Jerry West logo shit.
That's his shit.
Yeah, he probably gonna get a statue in the next year out there in
Oh,
Dallas.
hell yeah! What? Hell yeah! That goes what I was saying. You know that, Lo.
No, that's what makes you feel old is when you see players you remember watching in college
With
or
a
even
statue.
younger getting a statue like D Wade. I remember him at Marquette, and now this man had a statue that looked like Lawrence Fishburne.
Facts.
Kobe, obviously playing Nintendo 64. He got
Facts.
three
Yeah.
statues. Like it's
You know,
crazy.
I would even go to say that every tall white boy that plays good always gets compared to one person in the league. Larry Bird. They always go to that shit. It's just
And
like,
they got Christian Laettner too.
Yeah. You talk about Duke, right? Yeah.
Yeah. College basketball players of all time.
Do y'all agree with that? Do you think that's unfair?
Yeah, you setting such a unnecessarily high standards. Like, and you minimizing Larry Bird's greatness too. It's like when they did the little graphic showing Draymond Green made more career threes than Larry Bird. It's like, nigga, we talking about two different styles of play.
yeah.
Now they shooting like 40 threes a game. Back then they were shooting 13. Like, contact. All the people there.
Yeah.
Finding the next thing.
That's a fact.
Yeah, this game over with, man. I'm finna slide like electric up out of here. Man.
I'll eat me a sandwich. I'm gonna move for a sandwich.
Yeah.
I ain't got no power to look forward to either. Damn. Go to watch something.
Shout out to the chat. Shout out to everybody. I see y'all messages.
Yeah. Shout out to y'all. Hit that like button. RKO that like button. Code breaker that like button. Sweet chin music that motherfucker. Shit, give it a pedigree for all I care. But just do that. Y'all have a good night. Shout out to Derapy. Shout out to Fred. Shout out to my nigga Bfyre.
See y'all on the next one.
See y'all.